advanced concepts where we are going to see how we can go ahead and build AI bots, how we can go ahead and create knowledge banks and attach our personal knowledge banks to the AI models that we work with. We are going to be using all of these AI models in workflows today to be able to execute multiple tasks for us. We are going to get a sense of the future of AI, and then we are also going to get into automations and process optimization with AI. It's going to be a super exciting day, but as we get there, I will set context, as we move forward for every session. Just a quick thing, just a few quick things that I want to remind all of you as we get started and as I hand this over to Weber, who is pinging me that he's super excited to take over. Please take notes. The session is going to get started. I would request all of you to maintain respect and kindness towards everyone who is in this call, right? And do not spam on the chat box, because if you spam, we will have to put you out. And a lot of you messaged about participating in the Generative AI Mastermind Challenge yesterday. But for the next 3 hours, I do not want you to worry about either being able to participate in the challenge or what the challenge is or whether you have submitted your activities and have not gotten points. Lot of you have gone ahead and submitted your projects inside the mastermind challenge that we had put out, and a lot of you have also referred your friends into this mastermind, but our team is currently verifying all your submissions, and based on the verification, you will be awarded your points and everything else will follow, like I spoke about it yesterday. But I do not want anybody to have any of these thoughts in your mind right now. You should be having a notebook and a pen, and you should be absolutely ready with a clear mind for the next 3 hours. Drop in ready on the chat if you are ready to get started. Ready on the chat if you are ready to get started. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. On that note, I will welcome Weber Sisenti into the session. A lot of people have already been learning from Weber online, of course, from the internet, but all of you are going to be meeting him right now and learning directly from him. It's going to be super exciting. Let me go ahead and give him the access. Hey, Weber.
What is up? What is up? What is up? I hope everybody is doing great. Folks, how are you guys doing? And thanks, Manny, for such a nice handover. How is it going? Excited? Rocking? Awesome? Brilliant, 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 brilliant. All right, guys. So as we get started, right? As we get started, I was watching this podcast which came out a few days back, right? It was a conversation between Nikhil Kamath and this very, very powerful and very well-known investors of the world, whose name is Khosla, right? He is one of the OGs in the investing world. He's one of the early investors of OpenAI and companies like that. And he said something very interesting yesterday. So as we get started, I wanted to quickly show this so that all of us get to that. I think it's very important for all of us to see this. Okay, I'm gonna just quickly play that. So you can see this. Oh, by the way, I was trying to find the bit exactly. So I was talking with Emily to help me find the exact spot that I wanted to show you because I didn't want to watch the whole podcast. And this is one way how I use this tool called as Emily. You can see this. I was just chatting with it. It's an incredible tool. But anyways, let's close this out. Okay. I want to play this. Just watch for the first 2 minutes as we get started. I think it's a great start for everyone.
But leaving aside
Is the sound okay?
those exceptions, the vast majority of jobs will be done, will be capable of being done by an AI. And that's what today's 20 or 22-year-old has to take for granted. So what matters? The single most important thing that matters is not specialization in an area. I don't learn welding or I don't learn finance. I learn the ability to learn. Be able to move around rapidly as the world evolves and learn rapidly. And I have to say, today at age 70, I'm learning at a much faster pace than I've ever learned in my whole life, ever. In every 20-year-old should strive for this ability to jump into any new area, whether it's a physics problem or a biology problem or a finance problem, just this ability to think from first principles and learning new areas. Because ChatGPT can teach you any new areas. Uh, and AI will have that capability to be able to leverage these things well. So I would say you have to optimize your career for flexibility, not a single profession. Okay, that's the most important advice because you don't know what will be around. Uh, Almost certainly, this interview could be done without us physically meeting on real video generated by an AI, and the AI may be directed with what camera angle somebody wants.
I hear you, Vinod, when you say the rate of change will be faster. I'm going to, as a 22-year-old, be more adaptable and flexible. I still need to make a choice today. Do I work in an IT services company? Do I work in a nuclear fusion company? Do I work in a data center? I still need to pick
Where you start. Education is going to be that.
So guys, I don't know if you picked it up exactly what the conversation was. It was literally, what did you guys understand of that conversation that I just played for like a couple of minutes? What did you understand from the conversation? Absolutely. It, like Vinod Kosa literally called it out, saying be a generalist. Be a generalist. So all of you guys, I mean, it's been like almost a year we've been propagating the thing saying that listen, everybody has to become an AI generalist. AI, everybody has to, become a problem solver. And right now we are seeing huge people who are coming out and saying exactly the same thing. And the reason why we could see this before was predominantly because I was a founder myself. So if you guys got that, drop a AIG in the chat and we will get started. Drop a AIG in the chat and we will get started. AIG in the chat, guys. Incredible, incredible. All right, so let's get started. And as we get started, right, let me quickly introduce a few people. My name is Vaibhav Sisanti, and I'm super excited to host you guys and teach a few things here and there on what I know about AI. And more importantly, towards the end of today, I'll also show you how I operate as an AI generalist by showing you the kind of tools and everything that I do as a workflow. That is all something that I'm gonna cover, right? Very excited to host all of you people, but before I do that, I have a few hard and fast rules that I want to talk about. The first thing that I wanted to talk about is that, there are too many people on the call, and I want to make sure that all of you guys are, being nice to everyone. So, no spamming in the chat. The screen might blur out for a second or two. Can't do much about it. It could be your internet, it could be a Zoom issue. My internet is pretty solid right now. So there's nothing that I can do. If the screen is blurred, it is what it is. That's why we ask you to join from a desktop so you can see it clearly, even if it's slightly blurred here and there. There's a frame rate issue of Zoom. There's nothing that we can do about it. Two, no spamming, no sharing of links in the chat. If anybody is sharing the link in the chat, make sure you don't click on that. We will anyways kick that person out of the call. But before that, right, we don't want you to click on that because there's just too many people on the call and we don't want you guys to face any problems going forward. Three, I will not be taking questions while I'm doing the session. I will make sure every single question of yours is answered. For that, you'll have to have some patience. I will do that towards the end. So there will be no questions that I'll be taking during the session. Okay, that is very, very important. For every tool and every prompt that I will be showing you over the course of next 2.5 3 hours, we will share a document with you with the end, by the end of today. So if you people are expecting that, oh, you know what, Vaibhav will share everything real time, that's not going to happen. You're going to sit and learn right now. We're going to share everything by end of today, about 6 p.m. If you are still on the call, we will not be emailing you or anything. We'll be sharing everything with you in form of document for people who are still on the call. It could be any time, it could be 4 p.m., it could be 6 p.m. and you're going to share it only once. If you're not attentive, you're going to lose it. Right? And also a lot of people have been asking for recordings. there will be no recordings that will be provided unless you've already paid for it. Right? There are few people who have paid for it, about 5,000 rupees if I'm not wrong. Only those people will get recordings. Right now, you can't even pay for recordings anymore. Okay, it's done. You have to edit it. Like, don't waste your time and our time by asking the same questions over and over again. And finally, you will start seeing an option which is basically going to be something called as reactions, right? Can you drop a heart if you can see the reaction right now? Drop a heart. Brilliant. This is how we're going to communicate because chat will get very spammy. As a result, I'm going to keep the chat off for most of the time, right? And I'm going to enable and disable reactions whenever I want to ask you questions. Clear? Drop a thumbs up if you are clear on the reactions. If we are all clear, drop a thumbs up. Brilliant. Now I'm going to turn it off and we will jump right inside of the session right now. Okay. Perfect. Folks, welcome to the day two of this incredible mastermind. I'm sure all of you guys had a lot of fun. I could see that 75% of you already attended yesterday. For all the new people who are attending for the first time, don't worry about it. You will pretty much understand anything and everything that I'm going to cover today. Okay, even if you could not attend yesterday. So you will get all of it without a problem. So sit down and listen and learn right now. Awesome. Now, yesterday, you guys ended up spending a lot of time on playing with apps, playing with building your AI toolkit and whatnot, right? Today, our job is going to be around how can we build our own apps. And for that, we're going to jump into ChatGPT, right? We're going to jump into ChatGPT and let me just open a new window. By the way, I hope you guys already noticed GPT-5 launched recently. And we've had access for about a couple of weeks right now. But you could see this GPT-5 right now. They have simplified it. There are only three models right now. And based on the conversation that I had with OpenAI team, for pro users and plus users, they might launch more. They might bring back all the old features as well. But if you have a free ChatGPT account as well, you could be using or you should have access to GPT-5. If you don't have it yet, they're slowly rolling it out, and very soon you will have it, right? But GPT-5 is not the only crazy part. We're going to talk more about it going forward. But inside of ChatGPT, there is this crazy feature that most of the people have no idea about, and that is called as GPTs. On the sidebar, there is something called as GPTs. When you tap on this, right, a very new, interesting ecosystem kind of opens up. You know what this is? GPTs are basically apps that people like you and me have created on top of ChatGPT. Yes, you can create apps on top of ChatGPT. People like you and me have already created lakhs of apps on ChatGPT already here. Okay, you can see all of them. And you know what? You can play with them as well. For example, let's say I want to write an email. I could just go to the search box and search for email. I'm sure there is somebody who has built an app which is designed to write an email. There you go. It says email and mail writer. I tap on this and here it comes. Email and mail writer tool. That is what it is. I can simply click on start chat and I can start talking to it. Right. You can see this. It's an email and mail writer. There's a logo, there's a name, there's a description. It is an email and mail writer talk. And you can also see the file here. So I can also change the model that I want to use while talking to this. I could just keep it to 5. And literally I could ask it to write an email. It can write an email for me. So let's give it a shot. And guys, the thing is, most of the cases, right, I will not be typing anything. I will just be speaking and AI will convert everything that I speak into words. Okay, I use a tool called as Whisper Flow for this. I'm going to talk about, remind me of the tool, I'll show you what that tool is towards the end. So I just talk and it will convert that into words for me. So I just stop typing. Okay, so but let's get it to write an email for me. So I want a leave tomorrow because I spent the whole weekend learning AI from Outskill. My mind is buzzing with ideas. So if I could get a leave on Monday and Tuesday, I could use this time to kind of recalibrate myself, understand everything that I've learned, and see how I can put all of these things into action. So please grant me leave and also make sure you don't deduct my leaves, please. So that is the prompt that I've just spoken to AI, and there you can see it has been filled up right here. So you can see in the prompt, right? Nowhere did I mention write an email. I didn't mention write an email. I just said I want to leave tomorrow because I spent the whole weekend learning AI from Upskill. And look at this. The email is ready. I'm requesting a leave from Monday and Tuesday. I spend the weekend. So it kind of understood that I bought an email because I literally said I want an email and a mail writer too, right? As a result, it was able to understand what I want, this context, and it understood that I want an email to be written, right? The AI basically understood that I want an email to be written, and because it's an email and a mail writer too, right? And it wrote an email in no time. Obviously, GPT-5, one of the biggest advantages of GPT-5 is it's extremely fast, and that's why you didn't even see it typing; it just came out because GPT-5 is blazing fast, right? But you get the point. This is the email and the mail writer tool. Now there are, like I said, guys, there are lakhs of hundreds of thousands of tools like this that you can see right here, which have been already created by people like you and me. But you know what? The most powerful part of all of this is actually not just a tool creation. The most powerful part of all this is the ability to build your own tool. Because everybody can use these tools for free, even if you don't have a paid account. But the real power comes in when you can create your own tool like this. And for that, you have to click on this plus create button right here. Now, here's a quick, gist here, right, that you need to know. You will not be able to see this create button if you are not a paid user of ChatGPT. If you don't have the paid ChatGPT account, you will not be able to use this. But you know what? In some time, I'm going to show you how you can actually create an app like this for free as well. Right? I will show you how to do this for free as well. But for first things first, we have to learn how to do it using ChatGPT. So that we learn the process. Then I show you a free version as well, even if you don't have a paid ChatGPT account. Are we clear? One second. I hope we are clear about that. I will talk about the free way as well. Drop the thumbs up if you are clear. I will also tell you the free way of doing it. For now, let's learn the paid chat GPT way. Perfect. Let's get right inside of this. Okay. So for that, I have to click on this create button. Here it comes. And you can see this. This is how the user interface of the tool is going to look like. Okay. The part on the left is the creation wizard. Here, I can talk to AI and AI will basically build the tool for me. Okay. On the right is where I can see the preview of what is being built. So literally, whatever I say I want to build here, AI is going to build it for me right here. Okay. And I just have to give it a prompt. So the prompt that I'm going to give is, let's say we want to build a tool which can generate tweets on any topic that we want to give. We'll give a topic, it should be able to generate a tweet. Okay? So let me go ahead and do that. You are an expert social media person who has written tweets for a lot of profiles. In fact, you're so good with writing tweets that every time you write a tweet, there's a 9 out of 10 times chances that the tweet that you write goes viral on X or Twitter, formerly called as Twitter. That is your capability. You're incredible writing viral tweets. Now, I want you to come up with one tweet idea which is so bloody good that if I post that tweet on my Twitter or X, it will definitely go viral. All I will do is I'll give you a topic, and your job is to give me one viral tweet which has very high odds of going viral. So think before you give the tweet idea to me, because the odds of that to go viral has to be a 10 on 10. So you can see this. I just explained what I want, and here it comes. It has filled up the whole prompt for me. I'm gonna click on the send button, and here it comes. Got it. I'm locked on crafting the viral tweet for you. A 10 out of 10 virality odds. Just hit me with your topic. I'll cook up something that is pure gold. That is what it says. Now I can be like, let's come up with a profile picture. It's asking what vibe do you want? Anything minimal and neat with black and neon green. Looks like slightly few things have changed since the GPT-5 has launched. Okay, it has come up with something. Let's say update it. Okay, looks like something is really out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and try it out here. If it didn't work, I'm just gonna say okay. So let's give it a topic. I don't think it worked out, so I just have to do it again because like the ChatGPT is making up a lot of updates. So it does not work, guys. For whatever reason, it does not work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this prompt. Okay, just gonna refresh it because I don't know what is up, but I'm just gonna create a new one. Sometimes looks like it will weird out, and it's slightly buggy right now purely because ChatGPT has been launching a bunch of updates. Okay, I'm gonna say make a tweet generator. Okay, let's see if it works this time. Okay, now it says, would you like me to generate a profile picture as well? I would say yes. Let's see what it does right now. Look at this. Looks like I hit a snag. No worries, I'll try again. Meanwhile, is there any specific style or vibe? I would say let's skip it. It says the tweet generator is all set. Okay. Let's see. Topic AI will take over jobs. Let's give it a topic. Let's see if it is working. No. This is the first time I'm seeing this. That looks like ChatGPT today is extremely buggy, okay, because of the new update that has come in. As a result, this generator is not working for us, okay. So, what do we do? How do we go about this? How do we build this app? You know what? I actually thought I will show you the easier way of building a tool first and then teach you how to build an advanced app. Okay? But looks like the easier way is not working. So should we jump into the advanced way directly? Is it okay? Should we jump into advanced way directly? Will you guys understand? Will you guys understand? Will you put a little more brain? Because just because AI is not working, I cannot say that I'm not going to teach you something. Okay? Okay, perfect. So you know what? Here's the thing. The way the tool works is that when we tell it to build something here, it ends up building the tool for us. But it is not working for whatever reason. So what I will do is, I'll quickly jump to configure. And this is the backend of the tool. And I need to fill up information if I want this tool to work. So let's just come up with the name. Let's call it the X post generator. AI was supposed to fill all this up all by itself. But it's not working. As a result, I'm going to do it myself. What is the description? Let's say generates tweets on any topic I give. Okay? And then it's asking for instructions. What is the instruction? What do you want it to do? I will say every time I give a topic, the job of this tool is to come up with a tweet which has the potential to go viral on Twitter. So come up with tweet like you are the best tweet uh, generator in the world. Which has a potential to go viral on Twitter. So come with a tweet. Make sure you cross check every tweet idea you come up with and analyze if the tweet would go viral or not, and only share once you are sure that the tweet would go viral. Okay, so I'm basically saying do everything possible to make sure you come up with viral tweets. That's the instruction that I've given. Okay, I can close this. In fact, I can generate a profile picture as well. I can just say use Dali, and it's gonna generate a profile picture for us very soon. All right. So let's jump right inside. And now that we have given the instructions, right? Let's give it a topic this time. Topic: AI will take over many jobs. Let's see what it comes up. Look at that. AI isn't taking your job. The person using AI better than you is. And it gives a reason. This flips the fear into urgency, provokes thoughts, and is highly shareable. Alright? I can say one more. AI won't replace you, but someone who knows AI will. One more. Worried about AI will take your job? It already learned it in the last night while you were sleeping. Alright, I love it. One more. AI won't steal your job, it will steal your industry. You can see this. Guys, drop a boom in the chat if you think this is crazy. All we did is, we wrote a bunch of instructions on what we want and how we want the tool to work. And all of a sudden, it is able to generate a tweet idea right in here for us. Now let's go back and try out the creation wizard. Okay. Let us say, hey, I just tried the tweet generator. I want to make sure you're coming up with 10 different tweets at once and not just one tweet at once. Let us see if it's able to make updates to the prompt that we've already written. It's asking me. Looks like it can't update. So guys, there is something buggy that's happening right now. So it's not able to update for some weird reason. And you know what? That's the crazy part. You and me are all AI generalists. We are problem solvers. If some AI tool doesn't work, we are not going to freak out. We are going to figure out a way to make it work for us. Okay? So I'm going to come here and I'm going to add the point. Okay? I'm going to update this. I'm going to be like, instead of single tweet, right? 10 different tweets is what I will say, which has the potential to go viral. So come to the tweet like the best tweet generator. Okay, so that's what I say. I want 10 different tweets right now. So I'm gonna try it out again. Topic: AI will take over jobs. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. Let us see if it is able to work. There we go. I just changed the script to saying 10 different tweets, and here comes the 10 different tweets. Let's say I want to make some more updates. Let's say every time I wanted to not only come with 10 tweets, but also let's say rate each one of the tweets on a scale of 1 to 10, and also give a reason and give you the output in the table. So if I want something like that, what do? I just add it in the instructions, right? So I come here and I say I also want you to come up with a table with all the 10 tweets in the table and rate each one of the tweets from a scale of 1 to 10 on the potential of it to go viral, and also give a reason on why you think that tweet will go viral. And give me the whole output. Every time I give you a topic, you give me the whole output in form of a table where the most viral tweet is in the top with the potential of highest score of going viral and also a rationale. So it has the ranking, it has the tweet idea, and it also has the reason on why it goes viral, and it's all in form of a table. So there you go. I've given it some more instructions and I've just added it here. Let's see if it works. Okay, I will say topic: AI will take over jobs. Folks, look at that. If you think this was crazy, drop a heart in the chat. We just got AI by writing a bunch of instructions just once. Yeah, right? We just got AI to come up with 10 different tweets, and not only come up with 10 different tweets, but also rate itself from a scale of 1 to 10, and also is giving us a reason on why it is going, why it is going to go viral. So, what did we just learn? You see, for the longest time, we could write a prompt like this, right? We could write a prompt like this and ask ChatGPT to generate a tweet for us directly. But with this setup of GPTs here, I could create once. I could just add a prompt like this once, click on the create button, and let's say I want to save it only to me. All of a sudden, I've converted my prompt into a tool, which I could use it over and over and over again. Right? I've just converted my prompt into a tool, which is the export generator, which I can use it over and over again without actually remembering the prompt. So I build the prompt once, put it inside of this tool, I call it whatever I want, and once I've done that, I could use this tool without actually remembering the prompt anymore. You see, this is how we can go about building simple apps. This is how we can go about building simple apps. Now, I told you why ChatGPT today is a little buggy. As a result, we have to do everything manually. I told you there's a free way of doing this as well. Even if you don't have a paid ChatGPT account. How do you do that? Well, you could use a tool like Gemini for that. Right? Gemini, like a lot of you people know, is by Google and it is also an incredible tool. And Gemini, if you click on this expand button, right, has something called as gems, which is equivalent of ChatGPT. And you know what? Gemini Gems is completely free. It is free of cost. So I could use Gemini Gems by clicking on new gem. And you know what? The instructions that we created just here, I can just simply copy this and paste it here, and I can call this the X post generator and click on the save button. And you know what? Because Gemini Gem, the reason why I like Gemini Gem is because it can literally do this for free. You don't need a paid account anymore. Alright? You can do this literally for free. Let's give the same topic to Gemini Gem as well. Topic AI will take over many jobs. With that, right now we're using the, look at this. It just works the way it, right? It's coming up with tweets and also it's giving you an option to, export this into Google Sheets, which is so cool. It's rating it, it's coming up with a tweet. The year is 2035. You're explaining to your kids what a job was. They think it's a new TikTok dance. Very cool. Hot take. AI won't just take our jobs. It will free us to pursue our passions. Imagine a world where you are paid to learn, create, and explore. Who's with me? So you can see this Gemini has come with a bunch of tools as well. And for you to create these tools, it's completely free of cost on Gemini. And what did I do, guys? It's simple. I went to explore gems. Okay. I went to create new gem. And you remember the instructions that we wrote inside of this box? Right? I could just simply copy this and put the same instructions right here. That's it. It's a very similar tool. You have a name, you have an instruction, and you have converted your prompt into a simple app that you can continue to use it. So folks, is this powerful? Drop a boom in the chat if you guys learned a new way on how you could translate drop a boom in the chat, guys, if you learned a new way on how you could translate your single prompt rather than remembering it into a powerful app. Yes, insane, awesome, perfect. Now that we learned how to build this app, even for paid users and also for free users, I wanted to tell you something, and I wanted to be very real with you guys. Okay, why this is great. And this is very cool what we have managed to do right now. There is something that you need to understand. That is, I didn't teach you this so that you can generate a Twitter post generator. I taught you this because I want you to be able to solve problems using AI. And you know what? You can solve a bunch of problems using AI by building these micro apps. And this is life changing. And for you to be able to build, and for you to be able to solve very complex problems, you need to know how to build advanced GPTs like this. And because I'm talking about advanced GPTs, let me show you one of these. Okay. So this is one of the advanced GPTs that I have built. This is called as the Post Writer Warehouse Essential Stack. I'll tell you what it does. It can literally write LinkedIn posts for me every time I give a talk. Now you'll be like, Vaibhav, what is so great about it? You have anyways taught us how to build a tweet generator. I know how to do it. Why are you showing this off right now? What is so great about this? Well, the reason why this is insane is because this post writer doesn't only write LinkedIn content. It writes exactly like me. Folks, so you can see that I have about 500,000 followers on my LinkedIn. Yes, about close to 500,000 followers on my LinkedIn, I don't remember. If you see this LinkedIn post, all these posts, for example, this post got me 50,000 views. This post got me 59,000 views. Right? Obviously, these are slightly old. This post got me 76,000 views. Again, I've written this post, or there are posts. For example, this post got me 4 lakh views, so close to 400,000 views. And if you see this post, guys, all these posts are written completely using AI. I've written all these LinkedIn posts completely written using AI. And you know what? I use this tool to write it. Now, when you read anybody's content which is written using AI, you can smell AI from far. You can literally smell AI from far. But you know what? The reason why I get so much of likes, so much of comments, so much of reach, in spite of using AI, is because this post writer writes LinkedIn content exactly in my own style. It mimics my style of writing. It uses the similar words that I use. It forms sentences like I used to do. Look at this, how short the sentences are. This is my style of writing. And that is what this post writer does. And if I go to the back end of this tool, right, and I click on Edit GPT, and I go to the back end of this tool, look at the prompt that I've written. While here, I did write a prompt to generate tweet generators and was very, very short. Like this, I just explained what I want. If I want to build advanced GPTs, I have to write advanced prompts. Look at the prompt that I've written for a LinkedIn post generator which writes exactly like me. It has role, objective, context, instructions, and as I scroll, right, it keeps going on and on and on and on. That is why I'm able to get AI to write my LinkedIn content so bloody well. Do you guys want to learn how to do that as well? Do you guys want to learn how to build advanced GPTs as well? Yes. Do you guys want to learn how to write a prompt like this as well? Yes. All right. Perfect. Let us do that. Now, before I start talking about this, before I start showing you how to build a prompt like this, I want to tell you something. And that is, you have to learn a new prompting formula for this. And that, my friends, is called as the Markdown prompting. Feel free to take a screenshot of this. Okay. This is called as the Markdown prompting. Now, what does Markdown prompting actually do? So, guys, this is an advanced prompting framework which is literally designed for you to build great AI agents. So, if you want to build powerful AI agents, right, you should use this prompting structure because this prompting structure is the most powerful prompting structure when it comes to building agents. Okay, so take a screenshot of this. Funny should have my team should have shared the screenshot of this in the screen as well, in the chat as well. You can check that out. And I want all of you guys to learn how this prompting structure actually works. Very important. Be focused for the next 10 minutes. It is not as complex as it looks. I can tell you that for a fact. Okay. Now, let me tell you how I think about writing a prompt. When I'm writing a prompt, right, the way I imagine it is that I'm talking to a human being. So imagine that I have gone to, let's say, MIT for some event and I found a very smart person. Let's say her name is Rachel. Okay, I found Rachel to be very, very smart, and I told Rachel, "Listen, I love your presentation that you did, and if after you're done with your graduation, if you're looking to work in a startup, please do come join us. We would love to have you on board, and I'm sure you'll have a lot to learn as well. And of course, if you want to start up later, all this experience will be super helpful, and I'll guide you to make that happen." So, Rachel, finished her MIT graduation, and ended up joining Outskill because she wanted to get some exposure for a couple of years before she builds her own startup. So she joined him and she is in the meeting room with me saying, Whether you asked me to come join you. I'm done with my graduation. Here I am. Tell me what is the job that you want me to do at Outskill. So here Rachel has joined Outskill. She is from MIT, but she has never done a job before. She is extremely smart, but she has never done a job before. So how do I give her a job? How do I explain her a job so that she can do that job extremely well? So let's say I want Rachel to take care of customer success for Outscale. Okay, I want her to own customer success end to end. So this is how I explain Rachel her role. Where I will like Rachel, your job is to become or act like an extremely good customer success executive and eventually lead the customer success team at Outscale as well. Now, when I tell Rachel the role that your job is to act as a customer success executive and eventually lead the customer success team, Rachel would be like, Webber, what does that even mean? What is going to be my objective? I explained the role, but now Rachel wants me to tell her the objective. What is going to be the objective of the role by her? So I'm going to be like, listen, Rachel, it's very simple. Every single month, lakhs of people join the Outskill masterminds, okay, which is where we teach AI. And when they register, right, they pay a lot of money and whatnot, right? And when they register, sometimes they might feel a few stuck. Sometimes they might have a few questions. Sometimes they might be like, hey, where do I get the link to join the session and whatnot, right? And whenever they have a question like this, they write to hire@outskill.com. Your job is to make sure you're responding to the questions that these people have sent on emails to us. That is your objective. Your objective is to solve problems of the learners, and these questions will be coming on the emails. So your job is to respond to those questions. That is your objective, Rachel. Now Rachel will be like, Pranav, I studied at MIT. I thought you have something very important for me to do. That's why I came and joined. And all you want me to do is to reply to emails. That is something that anybody can do. Can I get something more valuable to do? Because I have got a graduation from MIT. I can do anything you want me to do. Customer success and reply to emails seems to be not very exciting and anybody can do it. So here, Rachel doesn't have context of the role. She thinks the job is just about replying to emails, which it is not. As a result, I have to give context to Rachel. That in the world of AI that we are living in, context is going to play a very, very important role going forward. So here I'm going to explain Rachel why the job that she's been given a very important job. And it's not just about replying to emails. Here I tell Rachel, you got me wrong. You see, the job that I've given you of leading, of starting as customer success executive and eventually leading the customer success team is basically a job that has direct correlation to the growth of the company. Let me explain. You see, like I told you, millions, literally lakhs of people join our program every single month. And when they join our program, they are stuck on something they write as an email, like I told you. But if we don't reply to these emails in the right way, fastest way possible, solving their problems, they will be under a lot of distress. But if you're able to solve the problems in the right way, they are all going to join the program, which is the program that they paid for. And we know for a fact our programs are incredible. There is nothing like this in the world. So as they experience it and they have a good experience, they would go and talk about our programs to their friends. And when they do that, more people will join our programs. And when that happens, Outskill as a business will grow. As a result, you will also grow. So this is not a role about replying to emails, Rachel. This is a role which has a direct correlation to growth. And that is exactly why I want you to do the job that I've given you because it is the most important problem for me to solve. This is the context. Guys, don't you think the moment we give context to Rachel, let me know in the chat, that Rachel will be able to do her job much better. Better in the chat. If you think she will be able to do her job much better. That is what I mean by context. Okay, and then comes instructions. Instructions is simple, right? Step one, do this. Step two, do this. Step three, do this. Step one, open your email. Step two, read the email. Step three, understand the question and respond back to the email with the right answer. If you could not find the answer, step four, go and ask someone in the Slack. Once you get the answer, respond. So basically, steps that you want Rachel to take, you put it here. Guys, Rachel is this imaginary character. Imagine Rachel to be an AI, right? I was trying to explain you the example of a real human so that you can translate all of this into a prompt. Because the way I write a prompt is almost as if I'm talking to a human being. That is how extensively I write the prompt. The better the prompt, the better would be the output, right? That is the instructions. And finally comes notes. Notes is where you kind of quickly explain if there is something that the user or that if there is something that we could not mention here, and you want to capture that information and you don't want the context to be lost. As a result, that is the information that you put inside of the notes. Okay, so this is how it works, guys. This is how the prompt works. This is what role is, objective is, context is, instructions is, and this is what notes. Now, comes a very important question. You will be like, yeah, Raghav, I understood this, but what is this part of it that I could not understand? What are these hashtags and stars? Let me explain you what these hashtags and stars are. Guys, when you came to this slide for the first time, I'm pretty certain the first thing that you saw or read on the slide was either this line which said Markdown Prompting or this line which said Special Prompting Structure Custom GPTs. The reason why you read those lines is because they were in large font. And when it is in a large font, you know it is important and you should read it first. But you know what? When it comes to writing a prompt on Chat GPT or anything like that, there is no way for us to actually increase the size of the font. For example, I cannot just select a text like this and right click and increase the size of the font to make it to tell AI that this is important. There is no way to increase the font size or anything like that anywhere because all of this prompting works as plain text, right? So we need a sign language to tell AI what is important. As a result, every time I put one hashtag or one pound symbol, everything that I write next to it, AI imagines that to be a headline one, which is the biggest possible headline. When I put two hashes like this and write anything next to it, AI imagines that to be headline two. That is still a bigger font, but slightly smaller than headline one. And when I put a word in between two stars, AI imagines that word to be in bold. So this is our sign language to tell AI what is important and what it should not miss out on. Let me show you this. This will give you a better perspective. So when I put one hashtag and write anything next to it, AI imagines that to be headline one and look at the size of the text. This is how it imagines it to be. And according to that, it will give it importance as well. When I put two hashtags and write something, for example, this is headline 2, which is smaller than headline 1. And same goes with headline 3 when I put three hashtags, right? Smaller than H1 and H2, but still a headline, which is headline 3. So we got three different font sizes to play with. And this is our way to tell AI what is very important, what is the next most important thing, and what is the next most important thing. And finally, if there is something that you don't want AI to ever miss out, you put them in bold, which is two stars, and anytime if you put a word between them, AI imagines that to be in bold. So folks, that is why we use hashtags and stars. Are we clear? Drop a comment here in the chat or drop a thumbs up in the emojis so that I understand that all of us are clear about the markdown prompting. Now, should we learn this with an example? Now, should we learn this with an example so that we get even better? Yes? Alright, perfect. Let us do that right now. Perfect. Good job, guys. This is very important, and I told you guys, right? This is an important skill set for you guys to pick up. Okay. Now, let us actually build a tool. And the tool that I was thinking to build is to literally build this. Let us build a post writer which writes exactly in your own style. That way, we can learn how to build advanced GPTs like this. So let us go ahead and build a post writer right now. And folks, like I told you, it is not a regular post generator. It writes exactly in our own style. How do we make this app? Obviously, for us to build an app, we have to write an extensive prompt like this. Now, here's a trick that I'm going to talk about. If you guys are wondering that I'm going to write all of this prompt all by myself, well, that is not true. I'm going to get AI to write the whole prompt for me. And the way I do that is by breaking the problem statement that I have into a smaller problem. So let's go ahead and build this. Okay, this is the build. This is the tool that we will build. We will build a post writer which can write exactly in your own style. How do we write a prompt for this? Well, for AI to be able to generate a prompt, right, which can write exactly like you, it first needs to understand how you write. How does AI? AI obviously doesn't know how you write. And when you try to explain AI how you write, you're gonna struggle. You know why you're gonna struggle? Because we don't know how we write. We write in a way because we do write in a way. Because of the shows that we watch, because the friends we had spoken to in the past, that's exactly how we write. So it is very hard to explain anyone how we write. So instead of me explaining AI how I write, I'm gonna ask AI to explain me how I write. Let me just tell you what I just said again. Instead of me explaining AI how I write, I'm going to ask AI to tell me how I write. How can I ask AI to tell me how I write? Does AI know how I write? No, it doesn't. As a result, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give 10 of the LinkedIn posts that I've written in the past. I'm gonna give those LinkedIn posts to AI and I'm gonna tell AI, listen, you are very smart, right? Use all your brain to go through my content that I've already written in the past and you tell me how I write my content. Make an extensive report on how I write. Do I make sense? Do I make sense, guys? Do you think this is smart? Yes. Because AI is so smart, right? We're gonna leverage AI. We're gonna get AI to do the work for us. Okay? And we're gonna do this. There's a method to this madness, and that is what we are gonna do right now. Okay? What we're gonna do is I'm gonna write a prompt on the free chat GPT right now. Okay? I'm gonna say you are an expert when it comes to analyzing a lot of content and find patterns inside of it and use that to create an extensive report which is called the content DNA analysis. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to share 10 of the LinkedIn posts that I have personally written in the past. All of this content is written exactly by me. And your job is to go through all these 10 LinkedIn posts of mine and tell me how I write. So understand the kind of words that I use. Look at how I frame my sentences. Look how I write my hook, call to action and body. Look at hidden patterns inside of my content and find and tell me things that even I don't know about my writing. And what I want you to do is to give me an extensive report, a content DNA analysis of my writing, explaining me in a super detailed way without missing even a small insight, and tell me how I write. And also, please remember one thing, all the content that I'm sharing with you are pieces of content that have gone viral in the past on LinkedIn. So find patterns inside of that on why this content has gone viral as well and include that part of the report. I just want to make sure the report is so very extensive. It doesn't miss a small little detail. I could literally use this report, and when someone reads this report, they should be able to replicate my style of writing by just following what you're presenting. That is what I want you to do. Did you understand? Guys, I asked AI to do an extensive analysis and give me a content report. So I explained it how I wanted to, what I wanted to do, and in the end, I entered a question. did you understand? I just did enter this prompt and I just did giving AI the instructions. I ended it with a question, did you understand? The reason why I always ask this question, did you understand, is because I want AI to be on the same page with me. So I want to know if AI understood what I want. So here you can see this, I fully understand, read all of them in detail, spot hidden patterns, reverse engineer of content DNA, explain why it performs so well, produce an insanely detailed step-by-step writing manual for anyone to replicate my style. The report would be super exhaustive, nothing should be missed. You can paste all the 10 posts here and I will give you the content DNA analysis. You see what I did? I just explained AI. Guys, I will give you all these prompts end of today. So if you are on the call, you will get all these prompts. Don't worry about it. But what is crazy about this is that I want you to learn little things here. I asked the question in the end, did you understand? And AI was able to literally tell me what it understood from. Now that it understood, it's like paste all the 10 posts here and I will analyze them. So what I've done is, in the past, I've already copied 10 of these LinkedIn posts, so it's easier. And I'm gonna just say, here are the 10 of my viral past LinkedIn posts that are completely written by me. Go through this and give me the content DNA analysis report without missing any detail, like you have promised. Okay, and I just paste all the LinkedIn content that I've written in the past and I click on the send button. You can see this. I've given all the LinkedIn content that I've written in the past. I've given about, you can see post 7. I've given about 9 LinkedIn posts if I'm not wrong. Post 9, right? And here, it has started to do the analysis. Perfect. I read through all the 9. You said 10, but I see 9 in total of your viral LinkedIn posts. Let me break down the content DNA report. Look at this, guys. Hook mechanics. Your hook consistently do 3 things. High emotional jolt, clear curiosity and role play, immediate framing of why. The patterns that it found. Code structure blueprint. It has hooks, context, and breakdown. Implications, why it matters, and an engagement call to action. Okay, your posts have a snacky but meaty feel. Tone and voice. How I write my tone. Conversational, professional, relatable analogies, direct address, emojis, and punctuations. Vocabulary patterns. Here are the vocabulary patterns. Sentence construction patterns. Here are the sentence construction patterns. Formatting signatures. Psychological and virality triggers. Look at this madness. How deep it has gone into it. Hidden habits that you might not realize. Why your posts go viral and the replication playbook. Guys, if you think this report is insane, drop a comment insane in the chat. It just took all the report of ours and gave us such a detailed report. Guys, do you think it is even humanly possible for us to write such an extensive report of our own writing? Do you think it is possible for us to explain our writing in such detail? Absolutely not. But AI got it done for us. You know what? I'm not going to stop here. I'm not going to stop here. Okay? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to do something even more crazy. What I'm going to do here is, I will basically ask AI to work a little hard. What do I mean by that? I'm going to use a nice little trick here. And the trick is, I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, hey, thank you for this report. But you know what? I gave the same report, I gave the same task to Google Gemini. And the report that Google Gemini came up with was even more exhaustive. If your report is a 7 out of 10, Google Gemini was a 10 out of 10. It was able to find insights that you were not able to find. So can you think a little harder and give me this report even more extensively so that I can get even better outputs, because I want you to win over Gemini. So guys, did you just see what I'm doing? I'm literally asking AI to work harder, because I'm literally saying, think harder. Gemini did a better job. I want you to do a better job. And this is where GPT-5's superpower kicks in. It automatically converts that into a reasoning model. Now you can see it has started to think It has started to kick in the reasoning model of GPT-5, thinking harder, figuring out what are the things that it could have missed, and it's gonna give me a report even more extensive. Did you guys understand what I just did? Did you guys understand what I just did? Understood in the chat, guys. I just made AI to work harder. Exactly. And look at this. Now, somebody's like gaslight. After thinking for 39 seconds, now it gave me a view and an even more extensive report right now of everything of how I write my content on LinkedIn. So it just did give me a report. But I said, Gemini did a better job. You are ChatGPT. I expected you to do a much better job. But Gemini did a better job than you. Do a better job than Gemini. So it worked again and gave me this report. How crazy is this? Look at this. How long is the report? And it is still writing. It's not done yet. It is still writing. My goodness. And it says Gemini killer prompt as well. My goodness. Oh my god. Guys, look at this. 22 points. If you think this is crazy, drop a heart in the chat. Drop a heart as an emoji if you think this was absolutely fine. We got an extremely detailed report of how we write to a point that I don't think it's even humanly possible for us to pull this up. Absolute madness. Right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert this into a prompt. And how do we do that? I'll just come there. I'll just copy this. I'll copy this whole prompt, whole instruction that it came up with, open a new ChatGPT window, and I'm going to be like, you are an expert prompt engineer who has a lot of years of experience in converting and building kick-ass prompts for custom GPT. In fact, you work for the OpenAI team as well. I'm going to give you a detailed analysis of how I write my LinkedIn content and why it goes viral on LinkedIn. Your job is to take this prompt and take this report and convert that into a prompt so that every time I give a topic, you can write a LinkedIn post for me on that topic, but it mimics my style of writing. So basically, every time I give you a topic, you use the instructions that I've given you on how I write and convert that into a prompt so that you can write exactly like me. The prompt that you give me can write exactly like me in my own style. That is the prompt that I want you to build. Did you understand? Again, I'm asking this question to AI. After I explain everything that I want, right, I always end up asking this question. Did you understand? I'm going to send this question. I'm going to send this prompt and look at this. It is basically trying to understand what we said. Extract code, DNA writing analysis, embed that into blueprint, optimize for consistency. There you go. It has got everything for us. Okay. And it's also asking me, do you want to make the faster prompt multi-optional capable like this? I'm going to leave it as it is. Okay. And I'm going to say, here is my content analysis. And you remember the content DNA analysis that we got here, right? I just copied that and I just pasted it here. I'm going to click on the send button. Folks, look at that. Now we have started to get a prompt. Web Facility LinkedIn Content Replicator massive prompt. System and instruction blocks, rules and structure to follow. And all of this has been converted into an incredible prompt. So it understood the instructions and it converted this into a crazy prompt. Now I'm going to do the same thing, okay, that I did in the past. I'm going to be like, hey, I just tried the prompt that you gave me and I realized the prompt does write LinkedIn content in my own style, but it's probably a 6 out of 10. I don't think you included every instructions that are given you in the report. Can you make sure the prompt is super extensive so that every little detail is covered? So that the LinkedIn post that I get out of this is a 10 out of 10 and not a 6 out of 10. I think you're capable of doing this. So please rework on this and give me a better prompt which is even more extensive. So there you go. I'm basically asking AI to work harder. Okay, and here comes the prompt, guys. It is rebuilding the whole thing, rewriting the whole thing, and right now it's making a prompt which is even more extensive. Now you saw this prompt that AI is coming up with. It is actually pretty long and pretty extensive, but it misses one thing. It is not in the magic. It is not in the Markdown prompting style. It is in its own style. And we wanted the prompt to be in the Markdown prompting style because we know that the Markdown prompting is the best format for us to get great outputs, right? As a result, I'm going to just copy this format right here, come here, where it gave me the prompt already, and I'm going to be like, could you rewrite the prompt in the Markdown prompting style, like this example, without missing any detail. And I just paste the format. I just copied the Markdown prompting format here. I paste the format here, and I say one more thing. I want you to remember this, okay? Give me the output in a code editor or code block so that it's easy for me to copy the prompt. So I always say, guys, whenever I ask the output to be Markdown formatting, I ask the output to be in a code editor or code block. You will see why. Okay, I just sent the prompt. I just said rewrite the prompt in this structure and look at this. This is the code block. It comes inside of this format, so I can simply click on this copy button and start using the prompt. Look at this, guys. All of a sudden, the whole prompt is in the Markdown prompting style. Guys, if you think this is a 100x hack, drop a comment 100x in the chat. If you think this is a 100x hack, drop a comment 100x in the chat. How crazy is this? Right? What did we just do? We just got AI to literally write us a prompt, which is in the Markdown prompting. How crazy is this? We just got AI to write the prompt in a format which is the Markdown prompting. Right? Now, I could simply copy this prompt and start using it. Okay, I copied the prompt, I got the whole prompting structure right here. The full prompt is right here. Now I can simply go to ChatGPT. Okay, I'll again go to GPTs right now. Click on create, and this time I just paste the prompt that I created. Look how extensive the prompt is. Role, objective, context, instructions. Okay, look at that. Crazy, absolutely crazy. 15 instructions and finally notes. Guys, isn't this absolutely crazy? What we have just got as a prompt. Awesome. Folks, I'm not going to keep turning on the chat because what I'm seeing is my computer is slowing down because of the number of chats that are coming. Alright. So here comes the whole prompt. Now, let's try it out. We can call this the LinkedIn post generator, whatever we want to create. Anyways, it's not important. Let's try out the prompt. But for me to try out this prompt, right, I need a topic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this tool called as Social Sonic. I don't know if we covered this tool yesterday or not. I think it's an incredible tool for me to come up with great content ideas. Did we come up with this tool? Yes. Did we talk about this tool yesterday? Show me a thumbs up, guys. If we did come up with this tool, okay. But again, let me quickly show you. So, this tool is incredible because it helps me to find new content ideas from the internet based on the news that is out there, right? So I've just logged in. What this tool allows me to do is basically because I told this tool that the topics that I create content is marketing, AI, startups, and all of that. It will look for content that other people have created on these topics on LinkedIn, and also it will look for content on the internet. So if any news that has come in recently on these topics, it will look for that as well. Okay. You know what? With the number of emojis that are coming in, it's just absolutely wild. But again, you can see, I'm going to turn that off right now. You can see there is something called as industry news. And in the industry news, right, I can literally see what kind of content other companies are posting about, which is going viral right now. Again, these instructions could be different for everyone, right? Okay, I like this. OpenAI led a funding round for a startup that will put AI agent inside of Microsoft Excel. Let's say I want to create a content piece on this because it's a perfect. I create content on startups and AI, and it's a perfect mix for me. So I open this, literally copy this article, okay, and I come to the chat GPT tool that we did, right? And I come here and I'll be like, uh, read this article and convert this into a LinkedIn post in my style. And I just paste it. I just paste the content of the blog article and I said convert this into a LinkedIn article and here it comes. OpenAI is putting an AI agent inside of Excel and comes up with an article. Okay, I don't even read it. I don't even read it. Here is the hack. I never use the post that just gave me in one shot. I always say you did not follow all the instructions that have been given to you. Make sure you follow all the instructions again and write the LinkedIn post again for me. So I just say you did not follow the instructions. So you follow the instructions and write it again. And look at this time. OpenAI just disrupted Microsoft Excel. Here is why this $14 million bet could reshape the finance workflows. Yesterday, OpenAI startup fund led a $14 million round. By the way, the date is wrong here, but that's fine. We can delete it. It was not yesterday. That's exactly why the date is wrong, but it's okay. Right? Led a $14 million funding round, and the first ever AI agent was built inside of Microsoft Excel. The pitch: turn a 4-hour long spreadsheet into a structured analysis without leaving Excel. Here is the breakdown, and here's the breakdown. So if you were Satya Nadella, would you be thrilled or cautious? Here's the catch, and what changes next? Guys, isn't this an insane LinkedIn post? Let me tell you this. It replicated my style of writing to the T. I can easily rate it 9 out of 10. How much would you rate this LinkedIn post, guys? It just converted the LinkedIn post that we just gave, the content that we just gave, into this crazy LinkedIn post for us. How insane is this? That is what it just did for us. Right? Now, a few people are like, oh, Weber, but this is a 5 out of 10. You know what? We can absolutely build it better. Okay? We can absolutely build it better as well. And let me show you how we can build this better as well very soon. But now that you've got this right, now that you've got this LinkedIn post right, we could literally use it. Or I can also switch the OpenAI model here right with a single click. That's the crazy part. Right? Now, I told you that this is on custom GPTs. I can literally build this on Google Gemini as well. Okay. For that, I could quickly come to gemini.google.com, and I told you about gems already. Right? I can come to explore gems, click on new gems. I can call this the LinkedIn post generator. Right? And now that we have the whole prompt here, I can simply copy this prompt and I can paste it here, right? And that's it. We have a LinkedIn post generator created for free on Gemini Gems as well, and this is completely free. Let's give it the same prompt again. Let's see which one does a better job. Okay, the paid ChatGPT version of the free Gemini version. You can tell me which one is better. Okay, it is thinking right now. Let it think, it's fine, let it think. So I see somebody dropping a message. Is this live or not? Guys, I have a question for you. And I'm gonna put this very clearly. It doesn't matter. Somebody is asking me a question, is the session live or not? Maybe because they saw the date and I told them that this is outdated because the date is wrong. The LinkedIn post came up with OpenAI's post came up with a wrong date. So somebody had a doubt. Oh my God, it is not today's date. The news is not of today either, right? It's not today's date. So maybe the content is not right. I'm a robot which is teaching. How the hell does it matter is the question that I'm asking you guys. For everyone who has this question back of their head, it should not matter. The only thing that matters is, are you guys learning or not? I'm telling you this is not live and I'm a robot. Doesn't matter. Are you guys learning or not? That's all it matters right now. Okay? Don't ask all these questions. Learn how to do it. Okay, now coming back to this. The news reception breakdown, OpenAI's funding, an attack on Microsoft Excel. I just like the book much better than the regular ones here. Here is guys, this is a huge deal for future of work. This week, OpenAI's venture led a $14 million round on edX, a startup building powerful AI agents that lives inside of Excel. Can I tell you this? This isn't another tool, it's a Trojan horse. Here's the breakdown. I think this Gemini did a better job than OpenAI right now. I think it just did a better job than OpenAI because I just like this opening line much better than what ChatGPT came up with. Guys, which one did you like more? Gemini or ChatGPT? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, I converted the messages to hosts and panelists because there are just too many messages and people have been sending us messages saying the messages are bothering people. So I just changed that to hosts and co-hosts. Look at that. Most of you are literally saying Gemini, which is absolutely wild, right? But again, you can play with the right tools. You can play with ChatGPT. You can play with Gemini. You can see which tool works the best for you. In this case, with the writing part, I think Gemini did a better job. But it depends on the use case that you're playing with, right? And you can build a tool accordingly. Now, with that being said, with all of this being said, we have built a crazy tool, we have learned how to write an extensive prompt, and we have come up with an output as well. What if we take it to the next level? What if we build a new AI agent? Let me tell you what I have back of my mind. You see, in the beginning of the day, I promised you something. I promised you that I will make sure every single question of yours is answered. I promise you that, right? Every single question of yours will be answered is what I told you. But there are literally 15,000 people on the call. Is it even humanly possible for me to answer every question? The answer is no. It is not possible because I have to hire probably 1,000 people to just clear all your doubts. Even if each one of you have 10 questions, that is 1.5 lakh doubts, 150,000 doubts. I would need 1,000 mentors to clear your doubts for maybe 5 hours to be able to clear all your doubts. Even if each one of you have 10 questions, it is humanly not possible. As a result, what if we create an AI agent? We create an AI agent which can answer every single question of yours. We will make it attend the sessions that happened yesterday. Because today's session is not ready, today's session is still happening. The session that happened yesterday, we'll make it attend the session and then answer questions based on that. Should we build that, guys? Drop a heart emoji. I'm gonna keep the chat on. Literally my computer is going down. So we're gonna talk in form of emojis right now and reactions right now. Let's build it? Yes? Alright. Let us do that right now. Alright. Let's get right inside of it. Cool. So folks, for me to be able to build an AI agent which can answer questions of yesterday's session, how will it answer yesterday's session's question when AI didn't attend the session? And how do we get AI to attend the session? You see, in spite of saying that we will not give you a recording, we did record the session. And because we were able to record the session, we were able to get the transcript of the session. Guys, this is 452 pages.
of transcript right here. 452 pages of transcript right here. Now, what is this transcript? Everything that was covered yesterday, everything that was covered yesterday in the session. Looks like there was a lot of funny talking happening. You can see this, the page goes on, and then Raghuveer came in, and then I don't know who else came in as well. Right? You had a long session yesterday. Everything that was covered yesterday, we had that recording, and we converted that recording into this document. How did we convert that recording into this document? Because we had a tool saying, which is called as Happy Scribe. We use the tool called as Happy Scribe, uploaded the recording into this tool, and we were able to get an output, which was basically the format that you just saw, right? If we upload a video into this tool, right, it will be able to give you a PDF like this for free, and that is what I just did. Okay, so I got this PDF file, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this PDF file to AI, and I'm going to be like, every time that someone asks a question, go through this PDF, find the right answer, and respond back to you. That is what we're going to do. Clear? Let's get right inside of this. This time, let's use Gemini to build it because clearly Gemini is doing a much better job. Okay? And I'm going to ask it to write a prompt for me. You are an expert prompt engineer who works for the Google Gemini team. I want you to write an extensive prompt for something called as the Outskill AI agent. Okay? Outskill AI mentor. Now, the job of Outskill AI Mentor is to clear doubts of people who attended the generative AI mastermind by Outskill. Now, this is an 18 hours to 20 hours of super extensive session, and a lot of people have a lot of doubts on this session. So, every time when someone asks you a doubt, your job is to find the answer from the session transcript that has been attached to you. I'm going to attach the session transcript to you. Every time when someone asks a question, your job is to find find the answer in the session transcript, understand the answer, and reply back to the customer or reply back to the learner like you are the best teacher in the world. If you can't find the answer, if you for whatever reason can't find the answer, you just tell the learner to actually look for the answer themselves using ChatGPT, Perplexity, or even if they're not able to do that, ask them to write to higher line upskill. That is the prompt that I want you to write. So I just explained AI what is the prompt that I want to write. I gave it to Gemini. I literally very in a detailed way explained it exactly what I want. And now look at this. Gemini has started to write the prompt for me. It's super duper extensive, but obviously, right, this prompt is not in the format that we want it to be. It's not in the Markdown format. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just copy this prompt in format, and I'm going to come back to Gemini again. It's the same process, right? I'm going to say convert this prompt into Markdown prompting and give me the output in a code editor or code block. Here is the format I want you to follow. Simple. And I paste the format. Alright? Click on the send. And let us see what Gemini does right now. It is thinking, which is fine. Let it think. You can also see the trail of thought, and here it comes. Right? The whole format is here. But you see this. The hashtags and stars are not there this time. Right? The hashtags and stars are not there. So what I have to tell is, again, give me the prompt in a code editor or code block only so that the markdown format is retained. So I did listen to it, listen to me. So I'm going to ask it to do it all over again. So let us see if it's able to fix it, and here it comes. Here it comes in the markdown format right now in a code block. That is why this code block is very important, guys. Okay, here comes the whole prompt. Now what do? I simply copy this prompt, go to explore gems, create new gem, paste the prompt. Let's say call this the Outskill AI mentor, right? And then there is something called as knowledge base right here. So I'm gonna upload the
file inside of this right now. There you go. I've uploaded the knowledge base right here, which is the day one transcript, and here it comes. Okay? The transcript is ready right now. I can simply click on the save button and we're good to go. Let's click on start chat. And folks, we have the Outskill AI mentor ready. Funny, if you are here, why don't you ask me a couple of very difficult questions from yesterday?
I taught them the entire workflow on how they could, create landing pages and websites and how they should be looking at it as an AI generalist. Maybe we could ask it to do a recap of that.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, let's do that. Yesterday, there was a mentor who taught me how to build landing pages using AI, and he did some workflow as well using GPT. Could not really understand it. Could you tell me the whole process all over again? The tools that he used, why he used what he used, and what is the name of the mentor? Okay, let us see if we're able to get it right. Now you can see this. It is thinking right now because we have asked a very difficult question. Okay. Let us see if it is able to do it right or not. Okay. Let us see. It is still thinking because guys, we have attached a file which is 500 pages long. It has to find the answer. I didn't even tell the name of the mentor. I didn't even give it a lot of context. So AI is right now thinking extremely hard. You can see this, it's thinking extremely hard and here it comes. Of course, that's an excellent question, guys. Heart emojis if you think this is crazy. The mentor who worked through the process was Funny Krishna, who was the host of the mastermind. The goal, Funny, was it to take it from 6 to 14%?
Yes, it got it right.
And the AI workflow landing page, it also understood that Funny used the Go Full Page Chrome extension to take a screenshot of it, generate an expert level feedback and new content, and build new landing pages automatically using Bold and Lovable. It is it, Funny. It absolutely is. Okay, why don't you ask me one more tough question?
Okay, so we taught them a tool for data analysis inside of Excel sheets.
That's a good one. Could you tell me the name of the tool which was used for AI inside of Excel? I can't remember the name of the tool. And also tell me who the mentor was. Okay, let's see if it gets it right. Again, we are giving very vague information. Funny, did we talk about open router yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, let's make it even harder right now. I think I'm going to make it very, very hard. Look at that. Raghuveer. Oh, Raghuveer was the guy who took the session yesterday.
Yes.
Brilliant. And the name of the tool is Numerous AI. There you go. Guys, you could have, I don't know which session you attended. There were two sessions happening yesterday. One was happening by Raghuveer and the other one was by Vivek, right?
Yes.
We were doing two different sessions, but today it's a single session. So I don't know who your mentor was specifically, but again, right, the document that we attached was of the Raghuveer session. As a result, it pulled out Raghuveer and Numerous AI was the name of the group. Okay, let's ask one more difficult question. Okay, let's make it hard this time, very, very hard. There was a tool that was covered which had a lot of different AIs inside of it. I don't know, I can't remember what was the name of that tool. And also, could you tell me, why was that tool even created? It had a lot of AIs inside of single tool. Even I'm confused with that question. So let us see if it gets it right. Guys, come on, you have to give me a smiling emoji for this because this is funny, okay? We are making it very hard knowingly. Because I know this is how humans are. We don't really get it right every time with our questions. God damn it! The name of the tool was Open Router and why Open Router was created. That's a great tool to ask about, one of the most useful for AI analysis. The problem of choice, the solution, making informed action. Guys, this is great. We just built a tool which can literally answer any question you want, unlimited, for free, for life. And you know what? If for people who are staying till the end of today, again, with the tools and with the links of prompts and everything, right? We will also be sharing a link of this tool. so that you can ask doubts to this on the phone. Alright, we're going to do that as well. Now, Farid, if you could give them a quick rundown of what has happened so far, that would be great. I would quickly, go grab some hot water because you can see my throat is literally coughing. So I'm going to quickly grab a glass of hot water and come back in like a couple of minutes. But guys, once I come back, you know what I'm going to teach you? The moment I come back, I'm going to teach you how to convert this AI that we just built into a voice agent so that you can literally talk to it and can talk back to you. So we're going to convert this mentor into a real voice mentor so that I can get on a call with it, talk to it, and the AI mentor can talk back to me. And also, I'm going to teach you how to build presentations using AI, and it's a brand new tool that I discovered a few days back, which absolutely blew my mind. I think it is the Apple of presentation generators, and you will not be able to guess the name of the tool. I can guarantee you this. And also, after I come back, I'm going to literally show you my workflows, right? So, Funny, over to you. Give them a brush through of everything that we covered. I'm gonna come back in a couple of minutes. And folks, if you guys want to quickly take a washroom break and come back, you could do that as well. I will be back in a couple of minutes.
Perfect. I think this is going even more amazing.